Well, as a two-spirit person, and for those who have not ever heard that term, that means I'm a lesbian. I belong to the LGBTQ2S community. But from an Indigenous perspective, a two-spirit person is somebody who is gifted, somebody who has been gifted with wider perspective, being able to see the male perspective, female perspective, to be able to be fluid between genders, and to be a helper, to be a healer, to be mediator. Traditionally, the Two Spirit people are well respected and very revered, and very much a part of the circle of family and community and part of our nation.
Yeah.
And the Two Spirit people, I think, have now come to a place where they're coming back into those circles of family and community, into the nation, and taking, a place where um, they had been originally a sacred place, as a person of leadership and a person of vision for the family and the community and the nation. Um, in terms of educating people on LGBTQ issues, absolutely.
Yeah.
From an Indigenous perspective, we were here. We were always in our families and always in our communities. So why don't we teach that? And why don't we?
Yeah.
Why don't we? It's not something that we choose. For us, from an Indigenous perspective, it's a gift from the Creator to be able to be fluid between genders.
Huh. I have to say that that's a pretty cool way of thinking about it, that two-spirited people are able to sort of see both sides of the gender perspective. It's sort of see the male side, see the female side, and that gives them a unique perspective for leadership to be able to see both sides and mediate between them. That's very neat.
Hmm. And Two Spirit people will often step into gender roles, particularly in traditional ceremonies, if there are I'm trying to explain it very simply. So if there was a task that was usually to be done by men, and maybe there wasn't enough men, or men just aren't available, then it would be the responsibility of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Two Spirit people to step in and provide that. And what I've heard from the elders is that the Two Spirit people provide balance.
Huh.
Hmm.
By being able to play both sides.
Hmm.
I really like the idea. We need Jeff for the ceremony. Oh, he's out. Okay, well, get Holly. She's two-spirited. Don't worry about it.
And we have seen Two Spirit men step into what may have been a female role.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think of an example right now. But yes, I have seen Two Spirit men step into what would sometimes largely be a woman's traditional role and responsibility. But again, Two Spirit people, being fluid between the genders, can provide that balance.
Yeah. I mean, that's a very cool thought. I do. This one's for me. Um, as a cis male, so a regular heterosexual gendered male, who is very in touch with his feminine side, loves fancy clothes, and is a single dad. And would I be allowed to step into female roles, or is it very much males do the male thing, females do the female things, two-spirited people do whichever?
You do you.
Okay. No, I love this. You guys have a great society.